I'm sure I am far from the only person with a bunch of books on my shelves that I bought with the intention of reading fairly soon, and then years go by and I never get around to them. So I combed through my shelves and I found a whole bunch of books that I need to incentivize myself to read. So in the style of Becca and the Books, these books have to be read in the next 12 months, otherwise they will have to be unhauled. This has been a very long-running series on Becca's channel, which I'll of course link one of her videos for that down below if you want to check that out as well. I think it's such a great idea to give myself a time limit that I have to have these books read before this time period is up, and if I don't get to them by then, I probably never will, or if I really want to read them sometime years from now in the future, I can go to the library for them. So without further ado, let's get into the technically 10, but actually there are 2 separate duologies in this pile, so kind of 8 books that are in this stack for me to read before the next 12 months are up. In no order, I'm just going to pull off the top of the stack here, starting with The Glass Spare and The Cursed Sea by Lauren... The Glass Spare and The Cursed Sea by Lauren DeStefano. I think my friend gifted me these books. Ooh, I think we were living together at our old place, so at least 5 years ago, I think. Actually, no, she gave me book 1, and then I found book 2 at a thrift store also a couple years ago, and I figured since it's a hardcover and it matches my edition of book 1, I might as well get it, and now neither of them have been read in that time. So these ones are number 1 on that list. Warrior of the Wild by Tricia Levenseller. I've read other books by this author and some of them I really liked, other ones I didn't, so this one could go either way. But I am a fan of Viking fantasy, however I'm not the biggest into YA fantasy anymore, so we'll see how this one goes. I had kind of given up on it, but I really want to like this book because I do like this author, and also this cover is really nice. I love how shiny the axes in there. I think it's really fun, so I would love to keep it on my shelf just for aesthetics. I think the same friend gifted me this book at the same time as The Glass Spare, so I've had it for probably 5 years and I need to actually prioritize reading it. Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. This one I believe was also gifted me by that same friend. This one I think is the Owl Crate version, and it is also signed by the author. Plot-wise, I don't think that this book is for me. I really do enjoy kind of casino, mafia type fantasy stories, but not when it's YA, because I have a really hard time taking it seriously when you have these like 16-year-old mob bosses. That is so ridiculously unserious to me, so it normally just kind of ends up being more cringy. So no clue if I'll like this one, but I will at least give it a shot. But you never know, maybe it'll surprise me and it'll end up being a winner. We'll find out, hopefully, in the next 12 months. The Witchery by S. Isabelle. This one I want to like because I love witchy stories, but again, I'm not huge on YA anymore. When I bought this book, I want to say like 3 years ago, I was more into YA, but these days I don't really reach for it that much. But I love witch books, so could go either way with this one. I think the cover of this one is really beautiful as well, so hopefully I end up liking it and I can keep it on my shelf, but if not, it is what it is. I don't know much about the plot aside from the fact that it's witches. Oh, and there are also wolves apparently. I did not know that there were wolves in this book. That's less intriguing for me. Also look at the back of it. The back of it's also really pretty too. My other duology is The Prison Healer and The Gilded Cage by Lynette and Noni. These ones, I bought the first one. Where did I get this from? Did I thrift it? I think I bought this book new for some reason. Book 2, I don't think I bought used, but I don't remember where I got it from. But I know I've had it for quite a while, and again, just never prioritized it, which, like, when it comes to paying full price for a brand new book and then not reading it, I am mad at myself for that. So fingers crossed that I like this one, just for the sake of my wallet not being angry at me. But also, if I don't like it, that means I get to have 2 books off my shelf, which will make room for more things in the future. I also love these covers too. I think they are really beautiful, and I like how the spines look together as well. I think it's so pretty, so I want to keep these on my shelf just for that reason, but I have to actually like them first. Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo is one that I am so mad at myself for because I was hyped for this book. I went out and bought it, I think in the first week that it was released. I had read a different book from this author. I can't think of what it's called, but I'll put a picture up here, that I absolutely adored. It was one of my favorite books of that whole year, and when I heard about this one, I was so excited for it. The year that I bought it, I was saving it for spooky season because it just feels like the kind of book that would be perfect for that. And then I didn't get around to it that year, so I was saving it for next year's spooky season and then didn't get around to it. And that pattern has just continued every year that I've had this book. So I'm no longer going to wait for spooky season. I think I'm just going to read this one whenever the mood strikes, which will hopefully be soon, because unfortunately, again, no longer that interested in YA books. And had I read this book when I did still like YA more, I probably would have loved it. But now there is a much lower chance of me actually enjoying this book. And again, the cover is beautiful. I love this so much and I want to keep it on my shelves. I think it is just absolutely stunning, but I haven't prioritized it, so I'm going to make myself do that. Mirage by Somaiya Daud. This one was also gifted to me by that same friend. This one is an Owl Crate edition. It also came with a letter from the author, which is really cool. It has these beautiful end pages, which I think are just so stunning, and a kind of funky naked hardback there as well with some nice foiling on it. So I want to keep this book because it's gorgeous, as is the case for a lot of these books. I'm a Libra. I like when things are pretty. I can't help myself. And when things are pretty, I have a hard time letting them go. I've also heard amazing things about this book even years later after it's been published. So it is definitely one that I think I might enjoy. I believe it's also YA, so it could be hit or miss there, but I do want to at least still give it a shot. And finally is The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. This one I know for sure I bought either used or from like Book Outlet. Actually, yeah, this one was from my very first Book Outlet purchase. Apparently, I started this book. There is a bookmark in here that was on chapter 2. So clearly started it, didn't get very far. I don't know if this bookmark is from this book or not, or from something else. I have no idea what this is. I don't recognize this bookmark at all. But I guess I'll find out about it once I start reading it eventually. But either way, apparently I started it. I have zero recollection of doing that. I don't remember what this book is about, but I think it has to do with dragons, I'm pretty sure. I love dragon books, so hopefully that is the case with this one. That would be really fun. I also haven't read a dragon book for a very long time, so that'd be great if it was about dragons. And I think this one's a series as well. Could be wrong, but I feel like that's the case. Who knows? Hopefully I love it. I would love to keep this beautiful book on my shelves as well. There is the stack of sort of 8, sort of 10 books that I have to read in the next 12 months. Otherwise, I will be unhauling all of these beautiful, beautiful books. Wish me luck in this endeavor. And also, if you are in a similar predicament, I'm now also challenging you to go through your shelves and find at least a handful of books that you want to try and get through in the next 12 months. If you have any books like that, let me know what they are down in the comments. Also, if you've read any of these and think that I should prioritize one first, let me know as well. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next video.